Good morning, coaster spotters. Welcome to day 28 of the European Mega Trip. This is Alex. We are checking in from Parc Asterix. Apparently, it's its 30th year. I didn't realize this park was that young. It is absolutely slammed. I expected it to be busy, but this is just silly. So we have gone with the Rapid Pass, one-time use. As long as I get on everything once, I'm happy. Especially since with admission, it was 81 euros. It's very expensive. So once I get on things the first time, I won't be all freaked out, and it'll be fine to wait in lines after that. There are a couple of rides that are not on the Fast Pass, so we are going to them right away, especially the small Zaire that's low capacity that's not on it. So we are heading to that right away. Got to figure out where it is. So far, this looks like a really nice theme park. Themed to the cartoon that I am very unaware of because it's French, but should be a nice day. You ride on his butt and you can spin him around. That's crazy. So, as I said, we have 7 roller coasters here today. And a few that I'm really excited for. I'm actually excited for the Vekoma. I know most people will say that's absolutely insane, but I think that Vekoma looks really cool. And I typically don't have problems with headbanging on Vekomas and arrows, so I don't think I should have much of a problem. This park is very pretty. The pathwork, though, could use some improvement. I think this is the most rough I've seen pass in Europe, to be honest with you. It looks more like an American park. I don't know. I've heard mixed opinions on this park. I don't know what to think. I don't know what we should feel today. All I know is it was very, very expensive. Oh, and with parking, I guess it was a grand total of 96 euros, so over $100 for one day to make sure we get to do everything at least once. So I probably could have saved some money by booking online, but I forgot to or didn't. And be sure to look into that. You have to book like 7 days in advance anyways. So, but here, let's get this guy going first, since this one seems to run pretty low capacity. Like 6 passengers per go. Wild mouse type ride. This is Zaire. The track was replaced recently, so it should be nice and smooth. It's a pretty unique model. I think they've only done one of these. It looks very similar to the one ride we rode in the Netherlands that used to be at Tivoli and was moved there. It actually looks almost identical to that. So after riding that, I don't think I should be too excited about this one. But let's go ahead and give it a ride. I'm also very, very interested to see what that big structure over there is. So, all right, first coaster of the day. So level de care? Whatever it was, man. I've been wondering about this ride for years. It looked interesting. And kind of one of a kind. And let's say the lap bar is very weird. It just pulls bobsled style, but it just pulls like just horizontally backwards. It was kind of uncomfortable on my legs. I adjusted myself a little bit. You might actually be able to see it in the on-ride. And it made it a little bit better. But, like, it was just boring. And, like, after, let's see, I think it's this brake run right here. No. Yeah, you just lose so much speed in the last part of it. It's just taken so slowly, and it is completely boring and pointless. And there's nothing redeeming about it. It was really stupid. So, oh, man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's already forming a line, so let's go ahead and take SOS Num Orboris. Whatever. It's a Tivoli medium-sized model, so same thing as Adventureland on Long Island. All right, let's go ahead and take it for a ride. So last year of the trip, there we go. This standard medium-sized Tivoli. So this one was built in 1990, so a very old Tivoli. However, in the 2015-2016 season, it was completely replaced. That's why the track looks very different in some ways. So yeah, it was really fun, and it gave us a surprise because it actually accelerated us through the station. So you went around that first turn really, really fast, and being in the front seat, we made it up the lift hill pretty much to the top before the lift hill actually started to kick in, which was crazy. So nice surprise on a very, very standard ride. Next up is this is a bobsled, a mock bobsled, the actually last one ever built. So the last steel bobsled ever built back in 2001. So, and it is among one of the longest ones built. So let's go ahead and take it for a ride. We're going to use the Express Pass from now on. And, just in case things break or, you never know. And the lines are already terrible. They're already out the queue. A lot of these lines don't seem to have extensions. So if you know how long it takes from the exit point, the entry point, then you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be very similar. That looks ridiculously tall for a bobsled, so very excited for this one. Unfortunately, RCB doesn't give it a height, but if I were to guess, man, that thing is at least 80 feet tall. So. So, Trested de Hora. Oh man, I was really excited for this bobsled, and I don't know, there's just so many mid-courses that it just breaks up the action so much. A lot of length to it, but ultimately I think Heidi Park's was the favorite of the mock bobsleds of the trip. Sadly, there were only 6 built, and one was closed quite some time ago in Japan. So I only have one more bobsled coaster in the world to ride. And hopefully I'll be riding it next year at Blackpool. But I don't know if I'm biased or I've ridden it so much, but like I really, really love Avalanche at King's Dominion. And that is a hell of a lot of splash boats. They keep on getting me. Yeah, I don't think I'm willing to get that wet today. It looks like a fun ride, and maybe it has multiple splashes, and who knows? But I don't know. I might have to look up a POV on that one. I like how it uses the terrain really well. It looks like it's just on top of this mound right here. I just wonder if there's more than one splash. That'd be cool. But yeah, the bobsled, ultimately kind of a disappointment. It was fun. I do want to try to get another ride on it later on in the back row. I rode in the front seat for you guys to get the POV. Plus, it's fun to ride in the front seat one time at least. But we need a real ride in the back seat. So. I seriously don't think I've ever seen a shoot-to-shoot send that many boats that quickly. That's phenomenal. So, I think it's intimate, but it might not be. And it keeps on getting my camera wet. So we're gonna move on. I think we're gonna go to do the newest coaster, the Pegasus, which is very similar to Fire Chaser Express. So we're gonna go do that and then move our way around the coasters. Oh, they have a tow rope ride. Sweet. Didn't even know they had one. I love these tow rope rides, and it's practically a dark ride. As far as dark rides, I have no idea if this park has any dark rides, so we have to look into that, most definitely. So that's the guy we saw on the way in, part of this fake mountain. Yeah, I had to investigate if there are any dark rides here. I literally have absolutely no idea. Well, that's quite the entrance for that ride. Alright, let's go ahead and take a ride on this monorail ride. I don't think it has a line yet. I'm guessing that means that it's one of the 30-year rides here. So we won't be doing this right now. It looks a lot of fun though. It really takes you around a huge portion of the park, it seems. That's quite a bit of weight for a monorail. That's not even a monorail technically. The aerial tram ride. So lots of little cool exploration things in this park. Very surprised by that. They do have a rapids that's not on the fast pass, so that's probably going to be priority somewhat later. I don't expect the water ride lines to get too ridiculous because it is chilly, but wow, it looks like it's the Roman Rapids pretty much. There it is. Alright, I'm not sure what this is, so we're going to take it for a ride and see what it actually is. So, judging from the size of that building, I'm saying it's a madhouse. So that was a madhouse. I'm pretty sure it was a Vekoma. Had different lap bars than normal. They didn't squeeze you as much. It was interesting. A lot of pre-shows. One where you scanned your face and then you went into another room and your face was going around the room. And then another show where it had water curtains for water screens and all that stuff and water effects, and that was actually really cool. And then the madhouse itself was cool. It uses LCDs around the rotating, portion. Unfortunately, I don't know. They just seem really bright for the room. It really is the brightest madhouse I've ever been on. And some of the TVs had issues with signal. Some of them, one lost signal for a second. Some of them were just off. So that was unfortunate because that took you out of it a little bit. Cool ideas though. I feel this might be one of the newer ones that's been built. I'd have to look it up and I'll let you know if it is. Anyways, we're going to move on to Pegasus, the Gershlawer family coaster. And this is okay park. It's not amazing. Theming is excellent. I don't know. It's hard to really get a accurate opinion right now because it is so late in the trip. I am so tired. I am still feeling sick. And I feel like I'm doing anything a disservice by really giving. I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll be able to really think about. I don't know. I'm tired. That's all there is to it. And it's busy. So that doesn't help. It would have been a lot better if it rained today and this park was not as crowded with the rain. But, you know, oh well. This park's a lot easier to get back to than Nigloland, because that place was like 3 hours away. So I guess that's better. Oh, by the way, I found out what that is. It's up right now. It's a rotating bar. So you go up there and have drinks, and you're suspended seats, and that sounds kind of fun. Maybe we'll look into how much that is. So, and get some food at some point. I don't know what the heck I'd want to get. Another theater. I have no interest in seeing shows. I don't feel like trying to comprehend. Oh, look, it's one of these things that sucks up trash. That was only after.
Oh, j'ai très faim. C'est délicieux.
There we go.
Oh, j'ai très faim.
He didn't really suck it up, it just triggered it. Oh, they have a dolphin show. That's cool. 20 minutes long. Man, I haven't seen a dolphin show in a while. That could be fun. 1:30, 3 o'clock. Okay, I don't even know what time it is. Let's do a time check. Let's see. It's 12. So I could be done with all the credits at this point. I've just been very, very, very tired. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a ride on this. I'm very excited for this one, actually, because I really do love Fire Chaser Express. It seems to have a much longer train, because Fire Chaser Express is only 7 cars long, and this one is 10. So that's good for capacity. It doesn't back into the station like Fire Chaser does. I think that was more of a case of reusing the existing buildings. But this looks very nice. All right, so let's go take it for a ride. We'll get you in the front seat, and I'll let you know what I think of this one.
Là, attention.
Qui ose venir ici, jusque dans mon repère? Pauvre fou, fuyez, fuyez!
C'est mort, c'est mort.
Pegasus Express. Oh boy. Definitely not as good as Fire Chaser Express. It's, I mean, it's much longer and it has probably a better, I don't even know if it has a better layout. When I was dropping into the drop stop, I'm like, oh, this looks like it's going to be great. And then, I don't know, it just kind of happened. I feel like Fire Chaser Express gives a lot more forces. This kind of felt forceless in comparison. And, Other than like the building that you go into, which you just get squirted with water. Sorry about the little wiping of the camera. I had no idea you were going to get squirted by that much water. It wasn't. It was just like it was like a little spurts. It was like there was a lot of water. That seemed very unnecessary. So, and it also started to drizzle while we were on the ride. I think it's just this cloud right here. But it definitely was drizzling a little bit, which is annoying as well. I wasn't able to choose my spot or even wait for the front, so that's unfortunate. I'd like to try to ride this one again, but I don't know if we're gonna have time for that one. So it was okay. I don't know. Pegasus Express just feels like it has such more better life and theme, and it just seems like a better ride. Really, it does. I didn't even realize that it had a launch out of the station until I was walking up to it. I had no idea. It's so weird at the end how it puts you onto a straight piece of track in the middle of nowhere, or right next to the station, and to back you up. It feels like they could have done a better job of using that. Put another show scene in there or something. It just seemed very anticlimactic. So that was Pegasus Express. I think it's great. I think it's a good coaster. I just don't think it's great. So, and even with the Rapid Pass, it was very confusing. It was the automated system on this one, and I just had to basically budge my way into the regular line once I passed through the turnstile, which was very frustrating. I hate when they do that. They don't have an attendant. They have an attendant checking things, but he wasn't like attending to the people at the people who paid for the pass. So that was unfortunate. So yeah, let's go do the wood coaster, Zeus. We should probably do that. Yeah. So, like I said, the park is absolutely slammed. Man, I don't even want to wait for food. It's so busy. And not a lot of attractions I need to do other than the coasters. Disco would have been cool, but the disco is pulling a 65-minute wait, and there's no way in hell I would ever wait 65 minutes for a disco coaster. Regardless that it looks very fantastic, it's the same experience regardless. So, all right, let's move on and go kick a ride on the last wood coaster of the trip, and the final one we have to do in France. So, with this, we will have done almost all the wood coasters in Europe. Just missing a few in some of that, Spain and Norway, and then all of England, but. Still not. I took care of most of the wood coasters, which was one of our number one goals of the trip, was to ride all the wood coasters that in the countries that I was visiting, and I ended up doing it, so it's perfect. So, and at some point we'll probably do this because I love those rides. So, all right. Let's move on. What's up is Monorail de Zeus. Let's just call it Zeus. The 1997 CCI is about 100 feet tall. It's about 4,000 feet long, so that is quite impressive stats for this coaster. So we're going to go ahead and take this for a few rides throughout the day, no doubt. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully it's smooth. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if it's an out and back or a twister. I think it's kind of a twist. I don't know. We don't know. So let's go ahead and yeah, Zeus still has his panties on. That is very awkward. Little flowers. Little flowers. decent woody. Very smooth. Not a lot of air time. No shuffling in the turns, at least in the front seat. Of all the rides I re-ride, that is definitely going to be one I re-ride. Hopefully in like the back seat or something. But I don't know. I don't think the back seat's really even going to help it give that much air time. Unfortunately, it is mostly back in the forest, so there's no really good way to get much video out of it. Operations are great though, as you can see. One's going up the lift hill and one's pulling in, and that's consistent. So I can't complain about operations. The park is doing great. It's just that it's very, very busy, like ridiculously busy. So and it's so cool how that goes off over the water. So if I hadn't seen Plaza the Pond, I would have said this was one of the most amazingly themed discos, but I'll still give it the props to the pond. So, alright, let's go do that Vekoma Looper finally. See how it is. And check out the prices for that bar thing. Alright, so I think we're going to do this. It's a little pricey for the beer. It's $7.20, but then you get to go on this thing and go up there and check out the views and have a nice time. So, yeah, let's go do this, shall we? Yeah. We will come back to this after we go ride the coasters, but I definitely want to do that. It seems like a fun time. Very, very different. There might be some walkways actually back to Torrent de Zeus. I'm not entirely sure what these go to. So regardless, it goes right underneath the coaster, so we should definitely check it out. This fast pass doesn't seem like a secondary thought to add in. Jeez, it's like a gravel pathway. Where are we gonna go? Oh, okay, good. We're gonna be halfway through the station, so hopefully we'll be alright in the front. Let's go ahead and see how bad this actually is. So, the infamous Vekoma 7-looper Gordurix. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was good, though. It had some rough moments, that's for sure. Like right there. And in those loops. And entering that thing. And the corkscrews. Actually, the worst part of it was it whipped my head forward really violently, and that actually hurt more than anything else. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm also feeling just absolutely terrible as it is. So that doesn't help whatsoever to have my... I have like just so much congestion in my head right now. And slight headache already. So that didn't help. So I think we saved probably one of the best for last. The B&M inverted. So let's go ahead and take that for a ride. I don't need to wait for that one again, that's for sure. I'd rather do the wood coaster again, probably the B&M again. Also some water rides, and we'll do those for the hell of them because they're on my pass, and might as well take advantage of skipping some really long lines. So that's cool. Look at that. It's like a show. Oh, is it like vibrating too? It is vibrating. That is really, really weird. So, and then we'll do that bar eventually, and man, I was gonna get some that Twister pop, but man, it's expensive here. Usually it's like €2. Here it's €360. They are definitely Disney pricing here. Worse, if anything. So, I don't really. I'm gonna try to scathe off the hunger for the day. And other than doing that beer, which is probably a terrible idea just to drink beer, I'm going to probably just avoid food because nothing is really calling out at me. So we'll figure things out, I guess. But all right, let's move on. However you pronounce this, B&M inverted. That was very impressive. I wasn't expecting that to be that good. Really enjoyed it. Really snappy transitions, good G-forces. Way better than I was led off to believe. I talked to someone years ago who said this was like the most horseless B&M he'd ever ridden, and that is just absolutely not true. Yeah, this is definitely a winner in my eyes. One of my favorite coasters here, probably. We're definitely going to give this one a few more goes. They have a single rider line. It doesn't look like it's all that long, so let's go ahead and try to give this guy a few more rides. Hey, maybe we'll luck out and get a front seat ride. Wasn't able to choose for the fast pass on this one. They kind of just put us in the back rows, which I'm not complaining about either. That's a good place to ride a B&M inverted. So, nice surprise. Very nice surprise. Really nice whip on the first drop, by the way, in the back seat. Nice jolt. A little rough, but yeah, definitely better than I ever expected. What is up with the blue water? Whoa! Uh-oh. Hello. Bye-bye. So we just took this thing for a ride. It was fun. I've done a bunch of these at Six Flags New England and Six Flags America, and we've done a few on the trip. They're fun rides. This one didn't spin all that much, so it was actually probably the worst one I've done of the trip. So that's it. We're going to move on to the log chute. I ended up doing the inverted coaster 3 times with the single rider line, being very helpful. I'm probably going to try to get another ride or 2 on it. It's a very good inverted coaster. Extremely underrated in my opinion. Really snappy transitions. A little rough, especially on the first shop, the bottom of the first shop. It's got some weird potholes on it, but other than that, pretty smooth. This was definitely the surprise of the trip, maybe. Just because I'd heard it was so bad. And it is raining a little bit, so you guys have to go away. I took a second ride on the bobsled. Unfortunately, this ride is just not very good. It never really has any quick directional changes, and never really picks up a lot of speed. It is impressive how many trains it runs, but I'm pretty sure the max, it's either got to be Babon or Avalanche at Kings Dominion. I'm heading towards Kings Dominion. That one's just the most snappy of them all. And that one didn't really have any big drops like the other 2 we did in Germany. So that's very interesting. It seemed they toned it down for their last entry. So there it is. All right, we can skip the line of this, and we might as well. So we're gonna go on this log flume. I forget what it's called, but it don't look like we have much theming on it. Looks pretty standard. Actually, we're not. This thing looks like it gets you pretty wet. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Yeah, that's a lot of water. I don't feel like getting wet today. So there's what it's called. It looks fine. What we are gonna do is the tow rope boat ride thing. I think that's just around the corner, and we don't have a lot of time left. We have like a little over 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna close lines early. So I think we have time for like one major ride again, maybe two. And I will choose, I'm going to go do Zeus again. I want to try to get a backseat ride on Zeus. They're very accommodating if you ask for a front or backseat ride, even when they are like assigning seating for the most part. I think Pegasus is not so accommodating, mainly because the station is so small. So, yeah, it's fine. Their operations here are absolutely fantastic, to be honest with you. It's just, they don't have enough capacity overall in the park to handle as many people. That's for sure. They need some big capacity rides, and hopefully that gets added. And there's that dude on the top of the rock I've been seeing forever. So he's got a lightning rod sticking out of his wings, whatever. So there is the boat ride. Let's go do it. As long as it doesn't have much of a wait like it didn't earlier. Let's see, does it have a wait? Looks like this is the closest thing we are going to get to a dark ride. So let's go for a ride. The boat ride was relaxing. Almost took a nap. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go do the bar right now, actually. Seems like it might be a good time right now. If there's no one waiting for it, then I am totally jumping on that bar. This bar closes an hour early, so we actually need to do this now because we won't have a chance to do it afterwards. It's a good layout. It's just not very smooth, unfortunately. So, and they spent a lot of money, like fixing it, and I don't know what they've actually done to improve it. Can't imagine it being any worse. So, I guess we're happy we've ridden it now, and not then. So, well, that bar is going to be coming down pretty soon. So. Let's go ahead and take our ride, shall we? Let's take a look at this weird thing. Look how it rotates. It does rotate. It would be pretty stupid if it didn't, so there it goes. I think we'll do that just for the views of Zeus. Yeah, most definitely. We'll do that for the views of Zeus. And I've never done anything like that. Alright, we are on a floating bar. And we're about to go up this tower. And I got a cappuccino because I just took a bunch of cold medicine, so I didn't think alcohol would be a good combination. But we should have wonderful views of Gordex and Zeus from up here. It's going to be amazing. So we just did that thing. And I'd say that was worth it. It was really fun. It was worth the view alone. The views of the two coasters were absolutely phenomenal. It was $6.90 for the. I ended up with a cappuccino. Whatever. I didn't really care. I just needed something with caffeine, and I really enjoyed it. I'd do it again, easily. So let's get some video of this thing. 'Cause actually, I've never watched it run. Not a lot of theming on the vehicle itself, though, unfortunately. Just on the tower. But, I mean, come on now. Who cares? That looks amazing. Alright, so we are going to go line up for Zeus. I'm expecting over an hour. And, unfortunately, that might be it. I can't imagine I've done this park without the Fast Pass. With the combination of wanting to film and the combination of me feeling like absolute garbage, I sat down on a bench for probably a good half an hour and just stared at space. I think the only thing I hope we can do is get a second ride on Pegasus. If that's still open afterwards, that would be great.
Regarde, moi c'est Tom. Lui aussi il travaille à la salle de gym. Parce que toi tu travailles. Ah oui, à la salle de gym.
So, got another ride on Zeus in the back seat this time. Very smooth ride. They've done a lot of track work, it seems. Very little shuffling. A few of the turns have some shuffling. I mean, I don't know how you would ever not have shuffling with a PTC. They're built to shuffle. It doesn't matter how much work you do to them. They don't know how to go around the turn. They know how to straight, but not around a turn too well. I like it. It felt a lot like Ghost Rider for some reason. I felt like that's the ride I was thinking of the most. Especially that Helix. I don't know. Just Ghost Rider reminds me of Ghost Rider. But not as good. We never did this. Oh well. This one didn't look all that interesting anyways. So they don't seem to close the ride lines early. So you know what that means. We are hitting up Pegasus. Yes we are. Definitely want to hit another one on this one. And hopefully it'll be better this time. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot better ever since I took some medicine a little while ago. The headache finally cleared up, which I had like all morning and early afternoon. It was not a nice day, so I have absolutely no desire to ride that again. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't good. So, and I wish I had time to do the flying carpet. I forgot about that. I meant to go back and try to take that for a ride, but it just never happened. So we are going to find a bathroom and we're going to head into Pegasus. Weird thing about some of the bathrooms here, they're like barely separated from female to male. I don't really care, but like when I was in the bathroom earlier, like the girls' line was so long, it was kind of extending into the line for the girls' room was kind of extending into the boys' room. It was kind of weird, but whatever. So we probably have about, I don't know, 6-minute wait. It probably will get a lot faster once the express ends, which probably will be in about 10 minutes. And we'll get some wonderful views of Pegasus. I'm also hoping to get out of the park before they're done with operations, but that might not be so much possible because it seems like from the main parking lot, which I didn't get into, and I wish I had, because big tip, if you're coming here and you're parking, stay to the left. Do not go to that reserve on the right. There's only 2 toll booths and the line moved very, very slowly. Big mistake. So, yeah, I could see that most of the line you could see, most of this ride you could see very beautifully from the parking lot, but I don't think we'll get out of there before they're done with operations, because we'd have to get out here in like 10 minutes or so. So that's unfortunate. So, as you see, it is, I don't know if it's bigger than Fire Chase. This doesn't seem to be taller. It seems to be about 15 feet shorter, but it does have a second lift hill, so that probably gives it a lot of extra speed, which it uses. The track length is about 600 feet longer. It definitely shows. I knew it was quite a bit longer. So I think the second ride is going to really be better than our first, and we know what to expect from that launch, so I'll hide the camera a little bit better so it doesn't get squirted at that little moment.
Je pensais que ça commençait par la montée. Ça va derrière? On va repasser par l'arrière. Oui.
Qui ose venir ici, risque d'un mon repère. Pauvre fou.
C'est pour ça qu'il y a de l'eau.
So we had a fantastic second ride on Pegasus Express. That was much better. Front seat, I enjoyed a heck of a lot more, and it's a fun ride. It still is not as good as Fire Chaser Express. Yeah, easily, but they're still both very good fun rides. I liked a little bit more what the Fire Chaser Express does, especially having just how it's integrated into Hillside is a lot more interesting than that. Positive thing, I'm pretty sure they've extended the park hours about an hour. So we have 26 minutes left. I'm going to try to go get a single rider line on the B&M, and then I kind of want to try the Vekoma a second time towards the back of the train instead of the front seat. So we got to run because we don't have a lot of time, and I also don't know my way around this park very well. Alright, so took another ride on this thing. I love this thing. Easily my favorite ride here. I thought the Woody would be, but no. I really love this thing. For me, this park is probably this, the Woody, Pegasus, Gorgerex, that Deer thing, it's a pretty good lineup of rides. Let's be honest, it's not too shabby. So. Actually get to see this queue line too. That's a bonus. I figured there was some cool stuff. Oh, there's actually a line. See that? This is pretty cool. Pretty standard. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Alright, let's wrap this day up. Parc Asterix. Park I've been really excited for many years, mainly for Zeus. And Zeus ended up being average, we'll say. Osiris? Oh God, I gotta figure out how to pronounce that. The beat inverted ended up being way better than I ever expected. And as far as the layout goes, oh man, I might like it more than Black Mamba. Now, as far as the full package go, obviously Black Mamba takes it without even thinking. I mean, you have to factor in all the theming and how it's half buried underground and all of that. I mean, some people don't. They literally say that doesn't matter, and they subtract that from the overall experience. And I think that is a disservice to a coaster. I mean, because you could have the same exact layout. You could have a B&M clone. Just look at some of the Batmans. I mean, some of them are like Goliath at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, no theming whatsoever, pretty much. And then you have some of the Batmans, they were themed pretty well. The theming deteriorated over years, but yeah. So, as far as the rest of the park goes, I feel like it's a little rough around the edges, but overall it's a very nice park. It was very expensive though. That's the one thing that I have to stress. It was way overpriced, especially compared to, hey look, they're putting the boats away. I think Great Adventure just leaves theirs out all year long, which wouldn't surprise me a little bit. Anyways, I really do think it's overpriced for what you get, and just compared to other parks in Europe, the standard rate is usually around $35, and this was a little bit more than that. And I don't know. As far as like all the characters, they mean nothing to me, but they look cool. The whole Viking and Greek theming is very well done. I very much enjoyed it. It doesn't really extend in most cases past the stations, though. I mean, you have this log flume, wonderfully themed station, and then there's absolutely nothing to the theming afterwards, as far as I could tell. So that's the one unfortunate thing about this park. You don't really have that immersive experience from start to finish, like a lot of other theme parks in Europe. And I mean, that's okay. It's fine. It's. I think it's more than Six Flags, or it's better than Six Flags at least. But I don't know. It's operationally wise, though. Let me tell you what. These guys bust their asses. And my God, look how many boats are parked on that lift. That tells you how many that thing runs. Usually those run like 2 or 3 at most. And I'm sure there's more than just the 4 that we can see. That's crazy. That is insane. I mean, the bobsled runs like 5, 6 trains at once, which is ridiculous, and most of the time it didn't stack, except for that one time where we took a backseat ride and it like triple stacked. But other than that, yeah, operations are really good. I mean, it helps when with the bobsled they don't even check it, but I mean, if the lap bar is down, even you don't need even a lap bar on that ride. It's just there for safety reasons, more or less. Unless you try to get out of that ride, there's no way you're falling out, especially that bobsled, because it's very, very tame. I digress. Would I come back here? Yes, because they're building a ride at the park. It's inspired by Terron. They're inspired by Terron to build a ride similar to it. And I think it was revealed last year, wasn't it? I think that's the Multane version coaster, and it was doing some crazy-ass things, and it looks like it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully they're inspired by Terron to the level of theming, because I feel like they were inspired by Fire Chaser Express, and they do the show scene, and the queue's good, but it was still lacking a little bit with the theming. I feel like you could have done something more. I don't know. You definitely could have. Yeah, it's okay park, but again, it's a lot easier to return to this one because first of all, it's right near Charles de Gaulle, so it's very accessible as far as location. But past that, I don't know. At the beginning of the day, I feel like I was really down just because just how I was feeling was, and I knew it was skewing my opinion. And I think I said that at the time, that I was beat. Once I had some more medicine in me, oh man, I felt so much better, and it gave me that. And the fact that they extended the hours, like I double checked the website to make sure that it was a 6 o'clock closing, and it definitely closed at 7 instead of 6. So I absolutely love that they did that. That is it from Parc Asterix in France, right outside of Paris. We are, that's day. Oh my God, day 28. So tomorrow we are heading into Paris. Actually, tonight I'm heading into Paris. So I think I'm going to do a Paris vlog. That's just going to be separate. And I don't know how I'm going to package those, but that doesn't really matter. So be sure to check out all the Europe Mega Trip vlogs. This has been Alex. Thank you so much for watching. And see you tomorrow from Paris for all the touristy attractions and an amusement park and a fair. So see you tomorrow.
La prochaine fois.